One of the issues that I see since the advent of the AI wandering its way into the writing space is that a lot of the people who use AI to generate their books also seem to think that then the rest of an author career is going to magically mold itself around a certain number where they will make a livable income. Or I should imagine for them, they see it as a profitable income. And I've been seeing more and more questions about this on Reddit. So today I just wanted to give my own opinion on it. One of the most frequent questions that I see that are brought up on Reddit is, how many books does it take you to get to 5K a month? Or how long did it take you to get to 10K a month? And what they mean by this, as they explain in their question, is that they are looking for that magical number whereby if they generate so many books, that all of a sudden, for some reason, their readership is going to be at a point where they've made what they consider, I imagine, the amount of income that makes things successful for them. Or maybe it makes it worth it. And there was always a couple of things that strike me about these questions. First of all, they are looking for something quick. They don't want to listen to the authors who, sit there and tappy and who say, oh, well, I haven't got to that stage yet and I've been writing 4 years. Or I did this back in, I've been doing this for the last 12 years and I haven't got to that point yet, or something similar. They don't want to know that. The thing is that there are authors that very comfortably make $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month. And yet there was no magic formula that got them there. And for some reason, particularly amongst the AI bro crowd, they don't seem to get that. To them, it makes sense. The book is a product. How many units of that product do they need to sell to equal this amount of income, taking into effect the royalty rates, fees, and taxes? It's like a business thing. And while I totally understand the importance of knowing your numbers when it comes to running an author business, in case you haven't guessed, here in New Zealand, it's tax time. But so knowing your numbers is important, but there is not a magic number of books that you can write or generate or whatever else that is going to give you this fixed set income that you seem to think it will do. Now, in the first instance, you are presuming, or the person who is asking that question is presuming that if they put it out there, readers will buy it. And I know that a lot of my audience already know that that's not true. If you haven't got a decent marketing system, if you haven't got a way of keeping your readers excited and encouraged about your work, if you're not nurturing your audience, then it doesn't matter how many books you put out, you're going to get nothing but crickets. The other thing that this type of thinking presupposes is that there is the income that you get from your books is continuous. Now, as people who have self-published before, and I know some of my audience have, some are still looking forward to it, and some have gone the traditional route. But all of you will know that when you put a book out, Firstly, you have no idea how well it's going to sell. I have written in excess of 140 books over 12 years. And I know that every single time I put a book out, there is no guarantee it's going to sell at all. I do keep an eye on the pre-order numbers, but the thing is there are other things that influence a reader's ability or need to buy your book. For example, the economy. Sales always go down for authors during the economy. Sometimes it's simply a case of a reader has got bored with reading the same sort of thing all the time, so they've moved on to newer authors. Most of our readers have a very limited book budget, so it's not like they can afford to buy if you are putting out a book a month like I do. Now, all of those things come into play, but what it means at the bottom, the bottom line is that no author, no matter how long they've been doing it or how many books they have out, can ever tell how much money a particular book is going to make. Now, the second thing that comes into play here is the drop-off effect, which, if any of you have been in self-publishing before, will also know about. You get, because you do the bulk of your marketing prior to and during your release dates, your book gets the maximum amount of sales in that first month. And that's brilliant. That's brilliant. But after a while, people think, oh, yeah, they saw that one, or they've already read it. And the next month, your sales numbers will go down. Now, some authors do at this point, they might try things like Amazon ads. And I have heard varying successes about that. And I have been meaning to make a video about it, but I realistically think I need to try it for myself before I can make any opinion on it. Because I didn't see a very good return on investment for me when I did it, say, 3-4 years ago. But anyway, I digress. That's a different topic altogether. What we're talking about here is that your sales will drop off on the second month. And by the time you've gotten to the third month, those sales will drop off again. Now, there are other things that will help boost the sales of the book one in subsequent months. For example, if you put out another book in the same series, and readers might see that one, the marketing for that one, and think, oh, but I haven't read that one. So they'll go back and pick that one up to read ready for this one. A lot of people, a lot of readers like serial books. There's also accounting for the fact that not everybody that bought your book and read your book enjoyed your book. And if they didn't enjoy your book, they're not going to buy the next book that comes out. So you can see again where it is virtually impossible to know how much money you're going to make in a month or how well any particular book will do. I have often said in previous videos, and I will make it plain here again, that when I started 12 years ago, I started in a niche that was very underserved, and I quickly learned how to keep in touch with my readers. And I genuinely believe that is the only reason why I do as well as I do now. But even so, I know that I have noticed a significant drop in income in the last year. I was going to say 6 months, but no, it's getting on for a year. And while that's fine, because I do have backlist sales, which do help boost my income, and I pay for translations and audiobooks and things like that, there are other ways you can repurpose your content. The fact of the matter is that on any given month, I have no idea how much money I'm going to make, and neither does anyone else. Our dashboard will give us our figures at the end of the month. But until we get to that point, we have no idea. So it is really ridiculous for anybody to take an answer such as, oh, well, you just need 5 books or you just need 10 books, because that's not true, and it's also deceiving. As I pointed out, I do believe that a lot of this thinking has come into play because some of the AI bros have now come into the writing space. Most creatives understand that their income can be flexible. Is that a good word for it? Flexible. And that you still need to work hard and put books out consistently. But if you are looking for that magic number that says, if you pump out 5 books, then you're going to make $5,000 a month. Or if you pump out 10 books, you're going to make $5,000 a month. It doesn't matter what the figures are, because nobody can say for sure. All anybody who is currently an author can say is what has happened for them before. They can't say what's going to happen in the future. What's today? I am recording this on the 4th of April, which means in 2 days' time, I will be putting up, I always put a release up on the 6th and for a pre-order. And it's just superstition, don't mind. There's no special significance on the number 6. I just had a horrible thought. Yeah, oh, well, no, Lisa Oliver puts her book out on the 6th for pre-order and then she puts it out on the 20th, like that's some magic thing. But it's not. I'm just superstitious and I like those dates. But that book, now see, I don't even know if that book's going to sell, because that book has got no relation to any of my other series at all. It was written as a total throwaway. I wrote it over the Christmas holidays. And I wrote it because I wanted to write it. I wanted to write something different. I wanted to write something with blood and gore and all the things and fluffy slippers and plants called Gerald. That's what I wanted to do, so I did. And it was my daughter that says, well, Mum, that's a Lisa Oliver book. You're going to have to put that out as Lisa Oliver. So I am putting it out. A couple of readers that I've mentioned it to, they, on my Patreon and things like that, they seem very keen, but I have no way of knowing if it'll sell as well as my other books. I'll have no way of knowing until the end of April. And either way, it doesn't matter. The book will have gone out. Who knows? That might be a book that does really well when I put the second one out later this year. But again, I don't know. None of us do. So stop looking for that magic number. Stop looking for that magic formula. If you want to do well as an author, yes, pay attention to your numbers, because paying out a fortune for editing or for fancy covers or things like that, when there's no guarantee your book is going to bring you any return, is not a good idea. So know your numbers, definitely. But there is no magic number. There is no magic number of the books that you write or the sales that you make. And all I would suggest to any author starting out now is to have an idea in your head of what success looks like and then work towards that. And if I can help in any way with that at all, then please let me know in the comments and I'll answer all the questions that I can. But what do you think? Do you think that this is an AI thing, or have I got it wrong? Do you think that there is a way to guarantee an income from your books every month? If I've got any traditionally published authors in among my audience, what do you think? Is there something there that you can offer? Because I can only offer a self-published perspective. But let me know, because I don't think there is any magic numbers in an author career. But there are some numbers that make authors smile more than others. Let's just put it like that. I put out long form content on Mondays and Thursdays. I would truly, truly love it if you hit like and subscribe, or if you left me a comment below, even if it's just to let me know what your word count is, or to say hi, because I know that YouTube does value engagement, and I'm dearly trying to help boost this channel up a little bit. But otherwise, I do answer every comment. And if you have any ideas for videos you'd like to see me make, please pop them in the comments below as well. In the meantime, in difficult times, please look for some joy from something. And just always remember that writing is supposed to be fun. I got to go and find my delete key. I have trouble with that sometimes. But anyway, keep writing, my friends.